What happens to resellers when cheap packages from China stop being cheap? On August 29, 2025, President Trump shut down the 800 de minimis loophole, hitting every reseller importing goods into the US. Not just from China, but from everywhere. De minimis was a rule that let any imported package under $800 slip into the US duty-free, paperwork-free, delay-free. For certain resellers, myself included at one point, it became the fastest, cheapest way to source from overseas. Sites like Alibaba and AliExpress made it simple to buy inventory from places like China, India, Taiwan, and others with just a few clicks. But now, it's gone. And while it hurts today, I'm here to show you why this is not the end. It's the reset that builds a stronger future for resellers and for America. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what this change means, how it impacts resellers today, and the moves you can make to stay ahead of the game. And why am I doing this? Because Resolutions gives you real solutions. On July 30th, 2025, Trump signed the executive order. And as of August 29th, every package entering the US, no matter how small, has to go through customs, pay duties, and meet compliance. He had already cut China and Hong Kong off in May. But by the end of August, he closed the door worldwide. The free ride at $800 is gone for good. But let's be honest about what this means if you're on the front lines of reselling. Margins get squeezed. Duties of 10, 20, and 50% can wipe out the profit on a $5 phone case or a $10 gadget before you even list it. Customs delays slow everything down. What used to fly through in days now needs tariff codes, paperwork, and sometimes a customs broker just to move. Drop shippers are hit the hardest. That old model, shipping direct from overseas factories to US buyers, is basically dead. If you don't prepay the duties and taxes, the customers get a nasty surprise at the door. Most of them refuse to pay it. They cancel, they return, they leave you with bad feedback. Cash flow also gets very tight. Now you need more money up front to clear customs before your product even gets to your warehouse here in the States. That's money tied up before you can even make a dime back. And what about the buyers? Buyers are confused. For years, they've been spoiled by dirt cheap overseas deals. Suddenly, those deals come with delays and extra fees. And guess who gets blamed? You, the reseller. But let me be very clear about why I welcome these changes. It's not just that the flood of cheap imports undercuts us. It's that so much of it is flat out stolen ideas and shitty knockoffs. Shein is facing serious legal trouble right here in the US. Back in July 2023, 3 independent designers filed a federal lawsuit in California accusing Shein of copyright infringement on a racketeering scale. They claimed Shein produced, distributed, and sold exact copies of their original designs. So over the line, in fact, that the lawsuit actually invoked RICO, the same statute used to go after organized crime. That's how big they say the theft was, according to Time magazine. And that wasn't the only case. US photographers, small businesses, and independent artists have filed lawsuit after lawsuit accusing Shein of ripping off their work. Vogue Business reported that mounting lawsuits and even potential new legislation in Congress are threatening Shein's entire US expansion strategy. Temu is another trash platform. In the US, they've already been hit with lawsuits over deceptive practices, including the way they manipulate influencer marketing and copy competitor listings to steal market share. That's not me saying it, that's public record. This isn't some out there problem. It's American creators getting ripped off. It's American buyers getting scammed with counterfeits. And it's American money being sucked overseas instead of reinvested here at home. We've been powering their factories while starving our own. That's why this reset was overdue. And real quick, if this breakdown is giving you clarity so far, give this video a like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more. Also, it's not just individual sellers feeling the pressure. Marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and Shopify have already raised red flags. Sellers who leaned hard on the de minimis loophole are panicking. Buyers are canceling orders. Packages are being returned. And yes, some small shops will shut down. They can't handle the upfront cost, the new compliance, or the tighter margins. At first, it's rough. No point pretending otherwise. But here's why it had to happen. That loophole wasn't just about cheap goods. It was a pipeline wide open for abuse. Platforms like Shein and Temu used it to flood the US with bargain trash while American sellers paid their share of duties. Counterfeits, stolen designs, unsafe products, they all slipped through the cracks. And America lost billions in tariff revenue. Trump shut it all down. He closed the loophole and leveled the playing field. Here's the part that no one talks about. This is actually good for serious resellers. The unfair edge is gone. Buyers can't just go to the cheapest overseas listing anymore. They're going to look for US sellers who can ship fast, handle returns, and stand behind their brand. Let that be you. Customs enforcement means fewer scams and knockoffs. Less junk flooding the market means your listing looks stronger. And if you bulk import, clear customs once, and stock your inventory domestically, you slash your per unit cost and ship faster than anyone still trying to run things directly out of China. Now, zoom out to the big picture. This makes America strong. Inventory moves into US warehouses. That creates jobs in logistics and fulfillment. Supply chains shorten. Why wait weeks for overseas packages when your products are stocked in American warehouses, ready to ship? And tariffs bring in billions in new revenue for the country. Money that can go back into the infrastructure, enforcement, and supporting US priorities. Trump didn't just close a loophole, he changed the rules. Buyers benefit as well. Sure, prices might climb a little bit at the very beginning, but in return, those surprise doorstep fees are gone. No more opening the door to a package and finding a bill attached to it. They also get safer products because customs is finally enforcing standards. That means fewer knockoffs, fewer risks, and more confidence in what shows up on the porch. We've all seen what happens when shipped products slip through unchecked. Remember the hoverboards that went viral for catching fire in people's living rooms? That was cheap lithium batteries with no oversight. Or the phone chargers that melted after 2 uses, leaving fried outlets behind. Even kids' toys painted with unsafe levels of lead have made it through. Those weren't freak accidents. They were the result of a system that looked the other way on imports under $800. Now, with customs inspecting everything, that kind of dangerous product has a much harder time sneaking into our country. Buyers aren't just getting packages faster, they're getting peace of mind. So where does this all lead? In the short term, there's chaos for sure. Resellers race to adjust. Buyers complain. Margins get tight. But in the long term, this is the best move forward we've seen in years. Those quick buck resellers disappear. The serious sellers step up. Inventory shifts to the US. Shipping speeds up. Buyer trust grows. Reselling in America becomes more professional, more respected, and more profitable. And here's where the real opportunity starts. With imports tightening up, serious sellers will build businesses that feel less like side hustles and more like established brands. We'll see more US-based prep centers offering to handle storage and fulfillment for smaller resellers. Return policies will get stronger because inventory is already here in the US, ready to exchange or refund without waiting weeks on international shipping. Buyers will notice the difference. How could they not? When they order from an American seller and the package arrives in 2 days with no extra bill attached, loyalty goes up. They come back, they buy more, and they trust the platform. That's how the new rules don't just level the field. They raise the standard for everyone who toughs it out. So how do you protect yourself right now? Start by auditing your products. If duties wipe out your profit margin, stop wasting your time on that SKU. Focus on items that are worth carrying. Import in bulk and store your inventory here in the US. Clear customs once, not 100 times. Trust yourself, trust your business model, and own your inventory. Don't rely on overseas dropship setups that put your business in someone else's hands. Be upfront with buyers. Update your listings. Make sure customers know exactly what they're paying for and when they'll get it. And learn compliance. Use proper tariff codes. Use duty calculators. Don't cut corners. That's how you avoid seizures, fines, and big problems. Finding the right tariff code really isn't hard. You just have to go to the Harmonized Tariff Schedule website. Type in the product category, scroll through until you hit the exact match. It takes minutes, but you save thousands in mistakes. For duties, plug your numbers into a free calculator like Simply Duty or Easy Tariff. Punch in the HS code and the country of origin and the product value, and it'll tell you the duty rate before you even ship. That way, you know if the product is worth importing or if it's a waste of money before it leaves the factory. Let me give you an example. Say you're importing 100 cases at $5 each. At a 20% duty, you're paying $100 in tariffs up front. That's $1 per unit before you even add shipping or platform fees. If you sell each case for 15 bucks, you're still profitable, but now you know your true cost before you commit. And that is the point. The serious sellers are the ones who run the numbers, stay compliant, and adapt. The quick buck, fly-by-night guys will disappear, but the sellers who build trust with fast shipping, clear communication, and strong branding are the ones who win in this new economy. So yes, the short-term sting is real. Margins are tighter, customs is a headache, buyers are confused, but don't miss the big picture. Trump ended de minimis to protect US sellers, US creators, and the US economy. Because this shift doesn't just change paperwork, it changes perception. Buyers begin to expect faster shipping, clearer listings, and stronger brands. Sellers who step up now will be the ones dominating the platforms in 2026 and beyond, building loyalty while others go out of business. That's the real win. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Don't think survival, think advantage. That's what this moment gives you. Margins may shrink today, but tomorrow, US sellers lead the way. To continue supporting the channel, you can always send your thanks with the thanks button down below. You can buy the Resell Loop to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. And you can become a member of the Resolutions Posse and get access to videos that no one else has access to. And right now, if you get on as a top tier 40 cal member, you get access to Bruce, an AI lister that helps you make more money. See you in the next one. Peace and cheers, everybody. Woohoo! Look, this video, I know it's gonna get a lot of shit. People are gonna be talking smack. It's gonna be free for all, like some of my other videos in the comments, and that's okay. The whole point is for us to discuss things that are happening in the US, things that are happening around the world that affect all of us. This is not a political thing. This is a logical thing. If you really think about it, what is happening is good. It's good for the US, for all of us as a whole. So this isn't about politics. This isn't about me trying to push something on you. It's me trying to tell you, look at it with logic and reason. Does it make sense? And yes, it makes sense all the way around. Obviously, you know my take already. So what's your take? Leave it in the comments below. Before we get the party started, I gotta do this. You know, it's funny. This makes me happy and sad all at the same time. Happy because I love America, and sad because this is now a divisive issue. Instead of everybody loving to see the flag, some people find it offensive or whatever the hell. Fuck them. All right, now let's do this thing. God damn it, that means I have to shoot it today. Okay, I'll get it. Good one. Okay, no more stopping.